Hello, people. It is the full moon. Yay. I honestly have been feeling kind of like hot garbage since yesterday, but we're gonna forge ahead. I'm gonna be using the Cthulhu's Vault deck today. It's the full buck moon. I don't know, some of you might know your moons better than I do. Uh, Shuffle them up. I know there's people out there who love the hot weather. I'm not one of them. Anything sucks, it just makes it worse. I don't have great heat tolerance. So, anyway, I'm gonna do just the OG, the Celtic Cross reading today. And let's just see what we come to with it. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to try this one that's in the guidebook. The Finding Goals reading. Um, I'm still dealing with that thing of, for fuck's sake, I can't complete a story to save my life. So, first card asks, where you come from? And we've got the King of Coins. So I'm going to interpret that actually, and excuse my itching. It's fucking makes me itchy. Anyways, my father, was a strong influence in my life, and he was very obsessed with, these monetary material goods in life. He had all these books about, how to make your fortune and all this shit. And of course, a lot of these books were just bull crap that gets repackaged every few years. And I don't know. I think it's kind of tragic. He did come from a upper middle class upbringing. And so, he was kind of used to having money, but he wanted to really have a lot of money, like put a lot of importance in that. And as I've said before, he died feeling like he was a failure. And, I think that's one of the great tragedies. The second card is representative of my greatest strengths, justice. So we got this dude here, justice. So, there's been, for me, wanting to be there to be certain levels of fairness in the world and seeing a lot of there sure as fuck ain't. So, well, what do I do about that? I spout my opinion for what it's worth, and I try to enact fairness in my life. And yeah, I do see it as a positive trait overall, but a lot of the time I just feel like, really, well, what the fuck good am I doing? I don't know. And when I hear things like the world needs your stories, but then, of course I go to my fucking Substack and fucking crickets. Yeah, I guess the crickets need my stories. Anyways, so my greatest weakness, the hermit. I isolate. I very definitely isolate. Great, excuse me. I don't like going out when it's two people out there. Living in a remote rural area suits me just fine. I don't join writers groups because fuck those people. I don't know. I've not had very good experiences with all that. It just, yeah, I am what I am. But yeah, when you're trying to kind of put it out there, I guess that's it's a weakness not being a fucking social butterfly. All right. Well, I'm never gonna be one. Current problems. Oh, how long have you got? Queen of Coins. So here, I'm kind of trying to be in some ways the female version of what my father had wanted to be. It's not like I want to be the controlling matriarch over what little family group I've got. I did feel like, I wanted to have some kind of helpful influence that people might look to me for advice and stuff like that. I don't really foresee that happening, so I don't know. So maybe what this is saying is that, you know, my being hung up on this is stopping me from doing what I really want to do, and that makes sense. New influences. The Nine of Cups. Well, let me take a look at what it says about that. Nine of Cups. I'll get lost. I've always got notifications popping up. Um, Alrighty. The Nine of Cups is a wish card. Well, I do not wish because it never led to anything good. I'm trying to be practical, and most of the time I just see things being stripped away. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very discouraged. Um Says I'm gonna receive my desired wish, but man, I don't even fucking know what that is, all right. Maybe I'm just wishing it wasn't so goddamn hot. And what did I dust? Oh, on my glasses there, I got my wish. I wiped the dust mote off my glasses. New talents to work on, new things to discover. The Hanged Man. I was thinking about the Hanged Man card because sometimes, I'll lie down and do that kind of figure 4 pose, the Hanged Man pose for my back. Sorry, take a minute here. Reminder to try and see your life in a new perspective. Yeah, look for a way out. Well, we're not gonna go there right now. Like I said, I haven't been feeling great right now. I'm just kind of feeling discouraged. New chances that will become present. 7 of Wands. Um, Now 7 of Wands. This card is often an indication that the time for your peak performance is right now. Well, I kind of have to start performing at all. I've taken a few days away from doing the inquiry writing that I usually do. See if I can kind of push myself back over into the fiction writing. I don't know. The way everybody does it these days, I guess in a lot of ways I was happiest when I was just writing these vignettes that and putting them in together, they're kind of interconnected. When we've got new goal or coming achievement, the page ones, and best to say about things. Okay. An independent, free-spirited messenger. Well, I always liked to believe I was independent and free-spirited. I really never was. I was very much tied to what people wanted from me, what people expected from me, societal expectations for what I was supposed to be, so on. So I end up at this stage of my life having done nothing that I wanted to do. Um, so I've got to be the page of wands for myself. Nobody's coming along to do it for me. If there's anything I've learned in my life, it's that nobody is coming to do it for me. Got to do it for myself. So yeah, I know I seem really dispirited right now. I usually go on and on for like 45 minutes, an hour. I'm not going to do that today. Obviously, I'm sitting upright, which is better than I was doing yesterday because I felt like hell yesterday. But today I just feel kind of like fun. I don't know. What the hell difference does it make? I know there's going to be like 2 people that see this, and what the fuck ever. I hope it helps some of you. I hope reading if the energies help some of you. I'm basically trying to be what I wish I had when I was still at a stage when I could have made something happen. I know I basically for me the time has passed, and I also know a lot of the ideas I had when I was younger were extremely unrealistic, and so yeah. But I'm here. Message for you there. I'll leave a link in the description for if you want to check out this deck and maybe purchase it. And you know, trying to see what there may be or any kind of good. I think one thing I've been beef about for a minute, and that's that I feel like the whole NaNoWriMo style of writing encouragement. I think I'm not the only one that it hurt. Um, because what it was about was quantity, not quality. And I could write all the sweary words 50,000 times, and write like fart, ass, poop, pee, and just keep writing all the different words for those, and I can do that 50,000 times, and there I have my word count. But what the fuck is that worth? And I'm trying to get away from that whole word count as a qualification because it really isn't. Um, I would, for a while there, they don't have these anymore, but there was this one YouTube on YouTube, these writing sprints And the leaders, they compete against each other and stuff, and I got more than you, blah blah blah. And I know it was just fun between them, but then when it came down to like their annual writing competition, which was basically a replacement for NaNoWriMo, one of them was like, well, if I don't manage to make the goal I've set for myself, I will erase everything I've written. And I'm like, damn, no, that is a fucked up way to go about it. And I think this is what that whole thing has led to, that whole mindset has led to. No, holy God, that's just, the whole punishing yourself thing. And I know I'm prone to punishing myself, and there's a whole mindset to that, the shaming and the punishment. And it doesn't do anybody any good. Shame doesn't work for really much of anything. I've said it before. Shame, if shame worked, there would be like nobody would have addiction problems. Nobody would be depressed. Nobody would be fat. But the whole thing is, it's not about if somebody's weak or whatever. All of these things um, have a whole bunch of different influences creating them. There's nuance that's not. I have children here. Anyways, shame doesn't work. You shouldn't be doing it to yourself, and I know I'm one to talk. But yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit putrid again, so I'm gonna just end this here before. uh, I don't know, something just didn't set right with me, and it still ain't setting quite right. I didn't get. It's not the cyclospore or anything, but let me just say that right here. Fuck Taylor Farms. Anyway, yeah, fuck those fuckers. Don't buy their products. Um, they take shortcuts, obviously, and so people end up glued to their toilet. And also, they donate to MAGA, so fuck them. I don't know. Everything's fucked. Everything sucks. Um, I guess it'll take a while to make it unsuck. And usually, I try to bring a little encouragement. I'm even going to try to do that here, even though I'm not feeling great and I wish this fucking hot weather would piss off so I could cool down and feel a little less out of sorts. Anyway, um, I hope the reading gave you some food for thought. Peace out.